God, I hate this part. Why does France make us want to start here where I've got to kill myself and then he's got to kiss me? He's an asshole, mint bunny. He is a frog. A big frog. And he doesn't fly either. So you're better than a frog. That's right. It's nice and quiet here. I like it. I quite like this library.
Are you aware that you have a very peculiar looking mint colored flying bunny on your shoulder?
Yeah, I have to go.
What?
Come on.
Wait.
Don't touch me.
Just a second. Just a second. I just wanted to know about the little bunny. It's very cute.
And this is why I wanted to go.
You are Arthur Kirkland, yes?
Yes. Hi.
I'm Vladimir. You can call me Vlad if you like.
Okay.
Well, you see, Francis Bonnefoy was sort of telling me about you, and he said that you're sort of a misfit, and, well, obviously, so am I, so, you know, I sort of thought that I should introduce myself.
I don't mind. I mean, you can see Mint Bunny. It's different. Nobody's ever been able to see him before, but it's okay. So, you know, I've been thinking.
Okay.
And is it true what all the other people at school say about you?
Well, I guess it depends on which parts. Yes, I do like magic, but not necessarily just the black kind. I'm not a dog or a werewolf. In fact, I absolutely can't stand werewolves. I do happen to be a vampire, but I promise that the thought of has never crossed my mind to bite you or anything. I promise. I promise.
Okay. That's why you can see the flying mint bunny.
Yes, and the fairies and the leprechauns and the unicorns that follow you around outside.
Oh my God! You can see all of them?
Yes!
I've never known anybody that could see all my friends.
You know what, Dragă?
What?
I think that we should start a magic club.
Right.
No, I'm serious! There's got to be other students in this school that are interested in that sort of thing other than us.
I don't know.
Well, what about the Nordic brothers? I bet you they are. I bet you we could get them involved. And you only need to have like 5 members minimum. Actually, it might be 3. But either way, you only need like a little handful of members in order to have a club. We should have a club.
Are you serious about this?
You don't think we should have a magic club? Listen, we could cast, you know, spells and talk about Harry Potter.
But there's more important things besides a club where we just talk about shit.
No, we'll perform magic.
I don't see this going well. Are you really that serious about it?
Like that, Dragă.
Really?
Really?
Club?
Really?
And who are we getting to join this club?
Well, besides us, there would be Nordic brothers, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Finland.
That's a lot of people. Denmark's loud.
Denmark is loud, but he's alright.
He gives me a migraine. He yells all the time.
You live. He might not even agree to it. He might not even join.
But if we need 5 people...
Norway, I can almost guarantee will be it. That's
Okay.
3 members right there. That's enough.
That's not enough.
That
for a
is
club.
enough.
How is that enough for a club?
The newspaper club has 3 members. Okay, that's a little bit different, but still.
The newspaper club. All they have to do is take pictures of gossip about crap.
Would you just agree to this?
Bet you the frog's the columnist for gossip.
Francis is not even on the newspaper club as far as I know. But, listen, just agree to this. The other clubs are so boring and I have to have one for an extracurricular and I don't want to do another club because they're all so boring, Dragă. Come on!
Okay. Oh, so guess what?
What?
I found this book in the library.
Yes.
I had to like go searching everywhere. And it's called The Vampire Book. And it's the Encyclopedia of the Undead. So, is any of this true? Should I bother reading it?
Probably not. It's probably full of lies and bullshit.
I can probably get through it quickly though. It's not that bad.
It's probably terrible. It's probably going to warp your brain.
I know, right? I'm just start in the middle somewhere.
You know, you could just ask me about these things. You don't have to read a book about it.
That's true. Well, are you repulsed by
You
garlic?
took me seriously. No, I'm not. I actually like garlic.
So
Are we really having this conversation? You really need to know all this.
How do you feel about crosses?
They're pretty, I guess.
What about holy water?
It's water.
Wooden stakes?
Well, that would kill anyone, I might think.
Fire?
Fire hurts, but as long as you don't, like, you know, burn to ash, you'll be okay.
It's pretty interesting.
Listen, could we not have this conversation for like 5 seconds? Like,
What if, like, I cut off a finger? I'm not saying that I will, but what if I cut off a finger? Would it grow back?
yes.
So bizarre.
However, if you cut off my head, I'm not sure that would grow back.
Well, right, brainstem and everything.
Right. Right, so can we stop talking about the vampire thing for 5 seconds?
So we can stop talking about the vampire thing.
I have to, I got you some, well, I had something made for you.
That's something made for me.
Yes.
You didn't have to.
Well, I know, but you're sort of like the only friend I really have here, so...
I feel the same way.
Okay.
That's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna put it on right now.
It looks good on you.
Does it have like a protection spell on it?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. There is. Because, like, we just recently went over them in our magic club.
Are you complaining? I did something
I'm
nice
not
for
complaining.
you.
I'm not complaining. No. So, back to the vampire thing.
Arthur, really?
Let's see.
Really?
How do you feel about werewolves? I know you've told me once before.
I fucking hate werewolves.
Okay.
They're filthy dogs. Every last one of them.
What about the sunlight? Will you really like burn up to a crisp if you walk out in the sun?
No, but it's not a pleasant experience.
So you're like allergic to it?
Sort of. That's why I don't go outside much. In case you hadn't noticed. Well, during the day.
What about blood? Like, do you have to have human blood, or can you drink like animal blood, or does it have to be human?
It doesn't have to be.
So it just has to be blood.
Well, yes, animal blood isn't that great as far as taste and such goes.
What's the best animal's blood that you've ever had?
I haven't exactly eaten a lot of animals.
So you're more for the human blood, aren't you?
Well, I am vampire, that doesn't scare you, right? We've been over this.
No, it doesn't scare me. I'm not worried that, like, you're gonna bite me. So it'll be okay. What haven't I asked you? Oh, what the bloody hell?
What?
It was just really cold. And I wasn't expecting it.
I'm sorry, I didn't think that I misinterpreted. You know what, maybe I should go.
Yeah, I actually do think you should go. Just go bugger off somewhere. I'm sorry that I freaked out a few days ago when you kissed me.
Okay, but did you freak out because I am a vampire, or did you freak out because we're friends and I kissed you?
Both, honestly.
Well, at least you're honest. Don't freak out this time, okay?
Okay. Vladimir, I bloody want to know you're in here because the door was locked and I had to use a spell. And where are you? Are you okay?
What?
You've been here this whole time? I've been looking for you for weeks.
What?
I had to use a spell to open up the door. What are you doing?
Draga, you really should not be here.
Why shouldn't I be here?
Because Halloween, you know, it's sort of like a heightened supernatural thing. It works against vampires. It's not a good time of year for me. Is my point.
Okay.
So I just don't want you to get hurt. So you shouldn't be here.
I'm not going to get hurt. You're full of shit.
Vladimir. Vladimir. Yeah, What's the matter? What's wrong? Draga?
I'm gone.
No, Draga, this cannot be happening.
Well, Where am I?
You're in my room.
What happened? Why are you all bloody? You have a mirror? What the bloody hell happened? what happens, Vladimir.
I'm sorry, Arthur. I didn't mean for it to happen. It was a complete accident. I promise.
Explain to me what just happened.
You accidentally became a vampire. That's exactly what happened.
And how are you going to fix this problem? Because I obviously can't go outside with red eyes or sharp fangs. Don't you realize how much Francis Bonnefoy will talk about me?
I don't think you're seeing the bigger picture, Draga.
The bigger picture, I'm now an undead creature.
Yes.
How are you gonna fix this?
I'm not sure I can fix it.
You're saying you can't fix this. There's got to be a way to fix this. I can't go outside looking like this.
Okay, I'll find a way to fix it. I'll find a way to fix it. Look at me. I'll find a way to fix it. You stay here.
Okay.
Seriously, probably not a good idea for you to go anywhere. Just stay right here.
Okay, go.
Deep down somewhere inside, I knew exactly how Arthur's transformation had occurred. Granted, it was only a theory at the time, but it was the only logical one I could think of. I was very aware that I possessed the ability to embrace a human into vampirism, but the ritual that I had been taught was the far more common way of vampire birth. The human was drained of his blood, which was slowly replaced with his sire's vampiric blood over time once the human body had died. That is the process in which I was created, and it was the way that I would, years later, create my first two children, Radu and Cesar, who would later be known as Wallachia and Moldavia respectively, and later still would be joined by their sister Koshmina, also known as Transylvania. There was only one other way I knew of that a human could be turned and embraced by vampire kind: magic. It made perfect sense, considering magic was the one thing that bonded Arthur and myself together above all else. However, magic never works without reason or sacrifice, and the only possible reason I could think of was love. I didn't dare to think that Arthur may have been in love with me, but the realization that I had fallen in love with Arthur had quite effectively slapped me across the face. Hard. I knew I had to do something, anything, to repair the life-altering damage that I had caused. I couldn't ask Arthur to accept his life as a vampire. I was well aware that his goals and dreams were many, and were always set entirely too high. I also knew that darling Arthur Kirkland was meant for far greater things than either of us knew, and I couldn't bear to take any of that sublime and rightly deserved majesty away from him.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. And high up above or down below, when you're too in love to let it go. But if you never try, you'll never know just what you want. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Really? Really? Vladimir? You better fix it. You better bloody well fucking fix this. I don't know how I'm gonna handle this.
In the end, there was only one answer, and choosing to implement it was the most difficult decision I have ever made in my entire life, or death.
Tears stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face, tears stream down your face. I promise you I'll learn from your mistakes. Tears stream down your face, lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
No, I've read this in like an hour.
Okay.
What are you... What are you doing?
I'm fixing it. That's what you wanted, right?
But how are you fixing it?
I'm just fixing it. Don't worry about it.
But how?
I just am fixing it. Arthur, that's what you wanted, isn't it?
Yes, it's what I wanted. I wish you wouldn't be so vague.
It's not important how I'm fixing it, just that I am.
It's important to me. What are you doing?
Sit up, give me your hand. I know that you're weak, I'm sorry. This won't only take a moment.
What are you doing? I wish I could know why you're doing this.
You asked me to find a way to fix you,
Yes.
right?
Right.
So that's what I'm doing. Give me your hand. And with the other one, you might want to hang on to something, because I don't know whether or not this will hurt. Shounen-ai's Requiem Picata Mundi Agnus Dei.
You okay?
Are you?
Let me check. I'm okay. Oh my... Your fang, it's...
Well, I guess that's appropriate, give and take sort of thing. But you're alright now.
What did you do?
I fixed it. I fixed you. I took back
Well, if
what
you...
I did.
If you lost your fang, it was obviously a big thing, and now you only have one fang, so what's that mean?
It means that you are fixed.
Okay.
So yes, I fixed it. You're okay now, right?
Okay.
Good.
I'm just confused, like how... I'm sorry. I don't think we shouldn't be that way anymore.
Because of this.
I just don't want anything like this to ever happen again, and then you have to do something else that I don't know about, and then lose your other fang, possibly die.
Don't take that off. That's to protect you, Arthur. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
I'm sorry. I'll see you in class.
Close enough to start a war. All that I have is on the floor. God only knows what we're fighting for. All that I say, you always say more. I can't keep up with your turning tables under your thumb. I can't breathe. So I won't let you close enough to hurt me. No, I won't ask you to just desert me. I can't give you all you think you gave me. It's time to say goodbye to turning tables. To turning tables. Under haunted skies I see you. Ooh, where love is lost, your ghost is found. I braved 100 storms to leave you. As hard as you try, no, I will never be knocked down. to feel. I won't let you close enough to hurt me. No, I won't ask you. You to just desert me. I can't give you what you think you gave me. It's time to say goodbye. The turning tables. The turning tables. Turning tables. Yeah. No, no.
Do you realize what you have done?
Sort of. I mean, I have a rough idea.
That spell you performed, it took away half of your vampiric life to give Arthur his mortal life. Do you understand?
Yes.
This is something you should have called on me for. I could have helped you.
It isn't like I performed the spell right away. I mean, it did take me an entire week to figure out how. Where were you then?
I was waiting on you to call on me.
You can't fix it now?
I cannot, Vladimir. That was very, very powerful magic you performed.
It had to be.
I understand it had to be, but you are not strong enough yet. You are still very young. And you have now just given up half of your vampiric life to save a mortal. I just wish you would have called on me. If you ask, then I can help.
I panicked. I knew I had to fix him as soon as possible.
You need to learn how to control your emotions, Vladimir. Also, Vladimir, a bit of bad news. Koshmina is now with Elizabeta.
You mean she took her?
That is correct.
Out from under me while I was gone. Why couldn't you do anything?
Because you need to learn these things on your own, Vladimir. Listen. There is one thing you could do. Embrace two.
You're talking about embracing two humans. I thought that was what just got me in trouble.
In the traditional way, Vladimir, which you have never done yet. I think if you did that, you would be able to get Koshmina back.
And you already know who these two people are.
I do. You are already closer to them than you think, Vladimir.
And you want me to do all of this alone?
You will not be alone, I will be watching. But you have to try to do it yourself. Because if you don't do it yourself, you'll never learn.
And that's all I want for you, is to learn.
I know.
You cannot learn without doing.